Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay, people of God. So it's no longer news that Ozo won the head of house last night. It's not any news that he chose Nengi, obviously, as his deputy head of house. So, and they chose Neo and V as the guests. So it's basically like two families in one. You know, the Shenkets and the Bezos. So also held the meeting as usual, as per the head of house. They talked about the cleaning stuff and everything. You could see the way they were even listening to him, unlike when it comes to Kidwire, that they actually accept him as their leader. Like, also has this inbuilt leadership in him, whether we like it or not. He might be giving us headaches sometimes. He might be annoying with his follow thing, but that does not take away the fact that he has this inbuilt leadership in him. So they talked about the tax and how they're going to be going about it. The visitors did not waste any time. The guests did not waste any time to visit the head of house lounge. They toured the house. They played football. Neo and I think Neo and Ozo, they played football. V and Nengi got to know them. It was just like, like two couples, that's basically what it looks like on the outside, but that's not really what it is like, because what's their name, Nengi and Ozo actually brought different duvet for themselves. Even Neo was like surprised. Low-key, Neo and V are like ozone shippers, people of God. They always want that relationship to work, but what you see on the outside is not necessarily what it is on the inside. So you guys thought that when remember when Ozo picked Dorothy as the head of house, and Ozo said that Dorothy built the Great Wall of China between him and her? Yeah, you all thought that, at that point, that Dorothy is a bricklayer. No, please, let's give it up for Nengi, because Nengi has built the wall of Jericho. Build the wall of Jericho between she and Ozo. If Dorothy is a bricklayer, Nengi is surely the contractor, the constructor or the engineer, or whichever one it is. Now, well, this your faves would not kill somebody, I'm telling you. Aside from that, the housemates were gisting, those in the common room. They were just saying it was kind of a rated 18 kind of gist. Neo Baba, he was giving us the different fellowshipping styles for different days of the week. I didn't even know there's something called corporate fellowship, That one happens on Monday, according to them. Hey, what a wonderful thing. Dorothy, I joined back gang. Yeah, so their conversation was like X-rated. They talked about stuff. They talked about basically stuff that concerns fellowshipping. Yeah, they talked about it. I don't know how I see. It's not as if I actually listened to what they were saying. I was watching, but I was not listening. You know me. I'm not a bad shy. I'm not bad children. Yeah. Moving on, let's talk about Lucy. Lucy was cooking. Like, she cooked, is it stew, chicken stew, and fresh fish stew. I'm like, what if Big Brother now comes in the middle of the night and now takes away this or carries this pots of stews? What will happen? Imagine what will happen. There will be like in the Boski kind of thing in that house. Remember when I think it was, which season was that Big Brother came and took away stuffs from their kitchen? Yeah, imagine if it happens now, especially now that they don't have their wager to back them up or something like that. It's gonna be interesting, don't you think? Anyways, Lucy was cooking. Apparently, she was cooking for her room. I think they called their room of war. They are in the Boski Bahose people. They're inside there. Anyways, still talking about food. Neo fried. I think he fried yam and sauce, and he actually was supposed to give Dorothy, and then when it was time to share the food, and Dorothy was like, "Oh, Neo, where's my yam?" and all that, and he was like, "Sorry, reach you." That thing paid me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you already told the person that you are gonna be part of this food, and then when the person now comes to eat, you're not telling the person, "Oh, reach you." It's somehow now. And V also said, "Oh, reach you." I'm like, are you serious? Like, for the fact that you people have already said that person can share, like, can't you just remove small, even if it's a small portion? Anyways, that's them in the Big Brother house. So moving on from what happened. Yeah, so for everybody that have been looking at the head of house lounge, I'll be head of house apartment, thinking that something special is gonna happen. Sorry to disappoint you. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. The only thing that happened there was the building of the wall of Jericho. So I don't know. These two people, I told you guys, like, they're not like into each other like that. And I don't know where people are getting the whole love thing. Maybe outside the house, like Nengi said, but in there right now, I don't see that. I don't see that. Anyways, moving on, let's move to Big Brother Naija Pepper Them. Yeah, the previous season. And let's take our searchlight and talk about Tuoyo. So Tuoyo is a very funny guy. Tuoyo is a really funny guy. And why do I say so? So Tuoyo came out. You remember when he walked into the Big Brother Naija show last year? What was the thing he told Ebuka he does for a living? Yeah. You got it right. He actually said he's a stripper for life. Like, that's what he does for a living. Like, taking away, getting naked and dancing for people that like, that's what he does for a living. Now, after a year, the story has changed. And he put out this publication telling us that he has been living a lie. And I'm going to read what he wrote. He said, for over a year now, I've been living a lie. Some people have advised me to go on with it, but I fear for my mental health and my future, so I have chosen to come out. Big Brother was my biggest shot at fame, and nothing in the world could have stopped me from grabbing it with both hands. But somehow I felt like I wasn't enough, and I needed to do more and be more in order to stay relevant and to get some extra clout. I was desperate. The magnitude of the competition I was going for even made me more desperate, so I attached a tag to myself. I'm a part-time stripper, I said to the whole world. I got the hype I wanted, but it was unsustainable. I couldn't live up to it because actually that's not who I am, but because I have the body, I tried to force it, to push if I could keep living the lie, to make it become truth. But the more I did, the more I regretted. I wasn't deriving any pleasure, and in fact, I felt like I was making a fool of myself, so I had to stop. And I'm here to say I'm sorry I lied. No one is perfect. My ultimate strategy has turned back to hurt my reputation and my brand. My name is Tuoyo Ide, and I'm not a stripper. You will be meeting the real me very soon. Cheers to a new beginning. Hashtag Tuoyo rebranded. Hashtag open letter. Now, you remember when okay, let's take a step back. Yeah, you remember when Praise came and a lot of people were comparing Praise and Tuoyo. What did I tell you guys? I told you guys that you can't compare Praise with Tuoyo because Praise has this, it's effortless. Tuoyo's own is kind of like forced. You could see the way that he couldn't even do that properly in the house, so it was more like kind of sloppy, and that's one. Another thing is he did that for clout, but yet he's the one that came out to call another person a clout chaser. Oh Lord, this is I admire him for coming out. One thing I love is when people do wrong and they come out to own up to their mess. I love that. It shows me that you're a matured person, but still, you knowing that you are living a lie and you are still calling other people clout chasers doesn't really speak well of you. So all that, so it doesn't really, like, looking back at Tuoyo now, trying to remember all those times in the Big Brother house, it's so obvious. Like, we didn't get to see it. We were just living with, he's a stripper kind of thing, but looking back now, you could see that everything he tried to do was kind of forced. And like he said, he tried to make that lie the truth. Like how? There are some lies that can never be converted to the truth. You know what they say, fake it till you make it? So, I mean, this one is not, how is it, like how? And he still maintained this lie even at the reunion. Wow. But all in all, I'm grateful to God that he actually came out to live the truth. But typical Nigerian fashion, a lot of people might not really believe him. A lot of people, when he comes out to say stuff, they will always use this thing to talk. True, they will always use this thing to talk. But in nothing spoil, he came out, he said the truth, and that is his truth. And it's gonna be hard for some people to like get this out of their head, because for 1 year we've believed this is what he did or this is what he does for a living. Anyways, people of God, I leave the floor open to you guys. Let me know what you think about this whole Tuoyo and his confession stroke open letter to the public. What do you think? Did you think it was necessary? Do you think that what he did was the right thing? Do you think that people will actually believe him after all this months, all these times of lying? Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. So that's it from me, people of God. Thank you so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay, people of God, thank you so very much and have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye, guys.